at match point. And the Poppy, fantastic into the Gragas. Gragas, remember, last year was kind of the breakout pick of the tournament. It was Zeus bringing it out. Zeus who shut down Gen.G, and now the Poppy back versus the Gragas, but most importantly, it's that jungle matchup. All eyes are going to be on Canyon.
23 for his performance on this champion specifically.
To this day? That was so long ago.
No. I'm serious. Every single time when it's, we're done with an LCK final, goes back to this discussion because he was unexpected in that series. That is where the Doran beats Zeus myth started as T1.
Chovy. Good damage, immediate flash out from Chovy, but a nice advantage to start. Charm to follow. Handshake back, and they go. Massive damage on the carry, and they get the kill. It's first blood for Ruler.
And I want to highlight, I think both these teams, once you start falling behind, Karma feels really rough. Nocturne can feel really rough. T1 need to make sure, if we want to get to Game 5, that this game doesn't snowball further.
Canyon is doing as active as he has been on the map, as good as bot lane is doing. Chovy the one giving up more and more, and Duro and Canyon trying to make up for it. Nice handshake. Faker's here, in a good position. Decent damage going through. Follow-up Shockwave only connecting onto one, and that's going to be big because it's Canyon in the backline trying to finish off Faker. Flash through! Ruler gets the job done. That's the initial ulti out. Bailout is there as well. Owner flashing to safety. He'll manage to survive. Ruler in the back line. Ruler shielded up and finding the kills. Gen.G get everything they need in that exchange.
And it starts off with a lot of whiffs, but in a longer fight, that is where the Kalista Renata wants to play. Get value of the bailout, get value of the spears.
The map, Rubs for now, uncontested, as Canyon might be looking mid lane. Ulti over the wall, that's gonna be the death mark. Faker trying to get tricky, trying to get his way out, but Canyon hits everything! Ulti follow, trying to get something back onto Chovy. Owner still going forward. Doran on the way in. They're desperate to kill Chovy, but Chovy still manages to live for an extra moment. Bomba gets the job done. And T1 fire back.
Good counterpunch, but look at the top side.
Yeah, Kalista is going to get free push onto this turret. Both Ruler and Canyon are going to be accelerated, and Keen is getting damage on this bot side as well. Feet, but they Gen.G will stop the might.
Glad to have a little bit back there. 1K gold lead for Gen.G.
Try and not give Gen.G opportunity, just keep stacking these Drakes, but see if they can turn onto Keen.
Looking to find the angle onto Keen, hoping to find the knockback. Hits two members. An opportunity for Gen.G to go crazy, and Chovy immediately also get things kicked off. Dashing in. Shockwave hits two. Bomba back into the lineup. But Duro with the beautiful ultimate buys a few extra seconds. Ready now to go in. His owner pops the ulti. Darkness on the side of Gen.G. They know they've lost the exchange, but T1 won't push for any more. You're completely correct. It's just so hard to get into the pit without giving your live. T1 happy to tie up the Drakes. An excellent fight in their favor.
And that's a massive punch landed from T1. So if it is really, really close, it's going to be heavily dependent on bursting down those key targets.
Canyon seems to be the key target for now. Ulting to try to get away, but the Fear Tether still connects.
Such a good punish there, because what they see is Canyon using his W to try and harass Keria. Keria's like, I'm Karma, I don't care. And the moment that Owner sees him use that ability, gets the ult off, Fear Tether hits, it's a big win for T1.
Yeah, they're going to end up getting Herald. They're also going to be able to reset this map with Gragas already kind of pushing into the Ahri, and Faker going up to cover that topside wave.
Or he's aura farming. We don't simply know. Farming. As the Dragon is going to go to T1, full control of the river, and particularly with an Ocean Rift, trying to regain control when you lost it as the Gen.G comp is very, very tough. Lot of really good flank angles for this Gragas, and that's now the second Drake going over to T1, and even though the early game looked to go Gen.G's way,
Faker stone cold, just keeps walking.
And the rest of T1 also not phased. Doran is just pushing in topside. We'll be getting the first turret there.
They get the boots. Started sole point for T1 in their eyes.
We see them posturing, maybe looking towards a play for that other comp, but it's on vision. Owner very easily can get access. Keria and Faker are already making their way over, and T1 kind of doing to Gen.G what Gen.G did to them in game number 3, just slowly choking them out of the game.
The poke leveraged so well, and now Gen.G want to up the pace of the game. They've started the Otacon. Keria, quick control ward over the wall to spot what's happening here. Gen.G just backing off. but perhaps baiting the trap. T1 don't have perfect information. The ward doesn't spot far enough. Now Doran will see what's happening. Chovy waiting over the wall. Flash in from the Gragas, getting things ticked off. For now, Ruler untouched on the backside. Canyon already out of the fight. And keep your eyes on Ruler as he starts to run rampant. Throws Duro back into the mix of the entire exchange. Ruler ready to take over, but the knockback is huge! Ruler goes down, buys a couple extra seconds. They need to finish off Doran so he can live, and then manage to make it work. Gen.G holding on. 2 stacks up for Chovy. Retreat going in. Big damage from Guma as the big one finds its target. Keen off on the side. Gets feared up, locked up. Owner finding the kill. The charm on the Faker is big, but it's not enough damage to finish the job.
Would it be if T1 are then able to just respond in a way that Chovy still can't find what he's looking for?
And Faker is going to be able to clean up this bot tier 1 as well, while they're posturing around mid, right? They're getting poke damage down. Guma.
Might be the difference. Canyon waiting over the wall. Duro needs a good ulti here. Shockwave into the midst of the team is a decent start to the fight. Duro managing to get the ult out. It's chaos in the pit. The shutdown onto Owner is crucial. AK on the Baron and it's dropping. T1 want to keep this fight going. They don't want to risk the 50-50. They shouldn't have to. 5K, eyes on the prize for Gen.G. It's a split call. Chovy starts to dive into the backline. 2K on the objective. Doran in the midst of everything. He can't get it done. In the end, the Baron goes to the side of Gen.G. They found their moment and they took it.
That looked so dicey for Gen.G. Initially, they're able to get Owner out, damage him enough that they could stay on that Baron.
Deep into the game.
Yeah, you see they're pinging on it. Faker is going to be able to clear up this tier 1 in mid, but they're already TPing in. They really need to get this. Nocturne is back on the board, though, and Owner's ult is almost back up.
3 seconds and counting. Shockwave there as well. Flash ability for Owner if he wants to go over the wall, but 50-50 doesn't seem a likely story with Kalista in the game. Instead, Gen.G take down the Drake, get themselves to 2. T1 still at soul point, but they'll also knock down the mid lane tower, and this is where the Red Bull Baron power play really can start to open up the gold lead for the side of Gen.G. Completely monstrous. It was Canyon on Nidalee, a similar champ that we don't always expect to see, finding a way back, finding these fights, and it was little missteps that ended up costing them that game.
Beefy. Serpent's Fang for Canyon. Look at Chovy now also having his arm guard available. A flanking ward to come through here. Chovy behind him.
Chovy ready to go, looking for Faker. He goes golden, instantaneous reaction speed. Keen now going to look for some form of disengage. The Poppy on the front lines. Excellent ulti coming in from Duro, but it doesn't do too much. Chovy ready to go over the wall one more time, but he's warded out this time. T1 are ready. Ulti for ulti, tried to flash in. Duro wants to make the difference, but it doesn't quite connect. And instantaneously, Canyon goes in, finds the follow-up damage. Chovy taking down Doran. T1 on the retreat.
At least contest. There is still a ward in the pit. I'm shocked that Gen.G haven't cleared that.
No ulti, no flash.
Oh,
seems
no,
like they're just not worried.
Fast enough.
Baron also in their sights. To turn a fight is massive, but the same can be said of Keen. Not afraid to frontline, knows.
Mirroring vision.
Chovy's going to show on this top wave.
Shirellia's popped. Chovy showing. Barrel sidestep. Keen goes in. Now Ruler's uncontested. Look at the damage coming out of this Kalista already. Owner forced to ultimate. Canyon on the way out, but he goes right back, and he brings him in. The combo only connects on one. Chovy on the side. Eyes on the Ari, but he's not able to find anything. One more dash, all that's left. Doran getting lower. Gumayushi still standing strong. Gen.G. Redemption bringing them back healthy. T1 hurt, but not out of it.
Close.
No one has died. Doran can TP in fresh.
Chovy the last dash out. Shockwave gone, ulti's gone across the board. The Poppy ult, Keen. Eyes on him, can he make the difference? 5K, objective getting lower. Ulti there, spell shield there, they can't get into the pit, they cannot find it. Keen continuing to walk up. Canyon secures it with the smite. Ruler knocked back for a moment and down goes Doran.
T1 still looking.
Faker does not want to give them the chance to back to reset.
Combo's almost available again.
Wants to keep the fight going. Gen.G. Ruler wants to push the wave on the side.
Canyon.
T1, if they bet wrong here with the wave already pushing, it could cost them the game.
Now vision.
Canyon threatening. Ooh. Shadows out. Ooh. Now the ulti. But they take their time, they're waiting on the retreat. They saw the W used, they're gonna force the flash as well. Keen continues to go in. Big damage, Shockwave back, Keen! Over eager and shut down!
Most likely going to lead into them getting prio on this dragon. They are at soul point already. We're 40 minutes in.
Does not want to let anyone in from the side of T1, but the combo from the Nocturne Orianna will always be lethal. Ruler starting the objective. It won't be a 50-50 on the smite. It's going to take a miracle. Ocean, Drake, Ocean Soul secured, and now Chovy goes in. They manage to get the Zhonya's out immediately, and Owner's going to try to fire her back, but he can't get anything else done. Canyon posturing on the side, and T1 uncertain of where they can go, but Doran sees the angle clearly. Deathmark in. Shockwave! flawlessly timed as Guma now gets the shutdown. Keen looking for the disengage. Ruler untouched as he starts to take over. Doran forced backwards by the hostile takeover. The pullback and the handshake is good, and Chovy now in trouble, but it does not matter. Guma going in, quick cleanse. Chovy going golden. Doro not in a great spot to follow up, and it's Ruler. It's Ruler versus the world, but T1 are not going to give him the angle. They group up. They stand strong. Doran going in. Doran not able to find it. It's Soul for the side of Gen.G, but T1 for now ahead in kills. They found 2. If they keep this fight going, they can put the pressure on. They can try to close it.
The health bars, though, the healing from this Ocean Soul is so big.
TP back in.
TP in, though.
Faker on the way. Keen needs to find a way out. Fear there. Knock back onto Keen. Right into the midst of the team, and now Doro and Ruler have to make all the difference, but Honor finds the reset. He's into the back line. It's him versus Ruler, but Ruler just takes it. They have to keep him running. They have to take him out of the equation. T1 should just finish it here. He's gliding. Flash. Pierce. He just continues to walk away. Marshall Poise trying to style on them, but the GA denied. Taken away. He'll find no value, and it is T1 find their man.
Look at the death timers.
Hungry for more from
Chovy's
T1
up as well.
for game 5.
They just got to clear.
They have to keep pushing. The Ocean Soul will remain for Gen.G as long as they stay in this game. T1 a brief glimmer, a brief moment to take it.
They're gonna back
away.
off.
Have to be happy with just the inhibitor, not willing to bet it, not willing to risk the lower bracket.
And the ultimate for Owner is gone.
Shockwave.
Yeah, that's huge. Shockwave is
from
still
Faker
up.
can be big. Taking his time, waiting for the angle as Gen.G just descend on the objective. They know they have the advantage if it comes down to it. Contempt for the weak, the passive for the Zed. The E from the Callisto should finish it.
Keen is
And
dead.
instead is Keen picked off. Eyes on Faker again with the Shockwave. Gen.G desperate to burst through the objective. 6K, lower and lower. It should be impossible for Owner, but he might be able to make it happen. No, Gen.G get it, and Ruler's running rampant. Or they can't get to the backside. Ruler untouched. Double kill for T1. Objective down in Gen.G's favor, but again,
Doran.
the cost is too high. Guma stands tall. Doran on the chase. Chovy golden, but headed to silver, and it's the Quadra.
A quadra kill for Guma Yushi. This Corgi is massive. The hero of this is Doran. This Gragas has been instrumental in these T1 fights. He showed up in playoffs to get them here. He's showing up massively again in this game.
T1 will not be denied a game 5. Once more into the fray we go again.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.